Testing, testing, testing. Doesn't look too bad on the thing. I'm going to copy the links, send them out. I can get some eyes in the video. Alright, sweet. Alright. Post this in a couple different places, and maybe I'll get some eyes on, but in any case, welcome each and every this is one of my favorite games, and this channel used to stream it quite a bit. First and foremost, we are going to adjust a few things. I understand that the volume is probably very loud. 3 seems to be good. Hopefully everybody can hear me. From personal experience on the streams, the game is hard to see. We're going to go through the game, let the story speak for itself. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite games. If I had to say, for those of you that are my fellow D&D dorks, this is in my appendix N. I like this. It's a JRPG. Now, it doesn't have the choices that you would normally associate with an RPG, but it has like leveling up, and it's mostly the setting and the world building and some of the game mechanics that I'm such a big fan of. It's Gothic horror with a hint of Lovecraft, and well, you've listened to me ramble on quite enough, so let's jump right in. That looks good. That looks good.
Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Okay, so obviously we have Pale Blood as a particular narrative MacGuffin. Do I know what I want to start off with? Hopefully the gameplay is still going. If not, I might have to adjust the quality. Let's see how the quality looks. Okay, quality could be better. It's not too awful bad right now. Not right now. Right. What do I want to start out as? Well, we'll start with waste of skin, because I'm undecided. Um, build, standard, scale adjustment, and be alright. Base skin color, we'll start here. Skin color, light blue, purple, green, pale, white, and probably more like that. There we go. Face details look okay to me for the most part. Skin color, we've already gone through that. Eye area, and then okay, hair and facial hair. So we'll start with that. Whoops, that's pretty good. We are definitely going to change the hair in some way though. Actually, the default right here seems okay to me. Hair color, give this man that. Okay. Okay, color of the pupils. I'll do a brown. Glasses. Those are good. I like those. Save to favorites. So we'll start off as wasted skin. Basically just because I couldn't make my mind up, although I'm kind of leaning towards arcane kind of thing, but we'll figure that out in a little while, right? Finalize contract, of course.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
And now, let the game begin. Hopefully, quality is still doing pretty good. Yeah, seems like it. Okay, cool. So, handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. We'll go through this door. Let's see if I can take on this werewolf barehanded. Let's see if I've still got the skills to pay the bills. Well. Not quite. Try and fish for that backstab. There we go. Got blood vials. Which, by the way, we have a hunter's mark, dangling upside down rune etched in one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thought on this rune, hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh as if it were all just a bad dream. And then we go to our black hood. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Foreign garb. Clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yharnam. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? Sullied bandage. Bandage worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood not long after the nightmare began. And then, of course, the trousers have the same description as the Yharnam garb, or the foreign garb. So with that, I don't suppose we can look at consumables quite yet, can we? In either case. And you have these little notes on the ground to tell you, what to do, and you're probably thinking, oh, why don't you just go ahead and heal yourself? Well, we're not going to do that quite yet. There's almost no reason to. We also have quicksilver bullets now. Central Yharnam. Blood vials. I'll come back for you later. And now transport you back to the Hunter's Dream. Upon death you will awaken at this lamp. So let's go to the Hunter's Dream. And I know I've got the most up-to-date version because it's showing this loading screen with these various little different item descriptions. And here we are in the Hunter's Dream. We now receive our first weapons. Messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with right hand and employed in beast hunting. We are going to choose the saw cleaver, but we can purchase the other ones later. Messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded with left hand and employed in beast hunting. And we are going to take the pistol. A notebook received from the messengers. Leave messages with these loyal servants to share them with hunters in other worlds. It's an online game mechanic, but Saw cleaver, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. The saw, effective at drawing the blood beast, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of blood-lading teeth, has become the symbol of the hunt and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. So we have now equipped that. And then, of course, the pistol. Pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. And there's this old feller.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh.
Right, so we haven't really examined the doll yet. And a lot of this stuff is not relevant to us now, but we do have a note here. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest it not carry on forever. This stuff appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. Yeah, we haven't really done anything with them yet. It's okay though. But, and these stones we'll be using quite later, but for now, we're okay. An abandoned doll. And she'll be relevant later. Not right now though. And I'll explain that later. So we are going to reawaken. And we're going to awaken in the first floor sick room. Central Yarnum is where we took the lamp from the first, but now we have a weapon to kind of brave the mindless mob enemy that was attacking us. And we want to collect a few things. But we also have an NPC we want to talk to. So we're here at Yosefka's clinic.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting.
So she gave us a consumable. Oh, we need to look at the notebook too. So Yosefka's blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. Product of a slow and careful refinement process, this rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. Notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers. Read the notes left to messengers in other worlds. And write notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. Online use only. Cannot use this item offline. So, it's basically the, if you're familiar with Dark Souls, it's the orange soapstone for this game. So, we are going to make our way through town. Talk to a couple of NPCs, collect some things. We already collected that thing. We got a blood vial for our troubles. We got a Molotov cocktail. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts. It's thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of enemies have an abnormal fear of flame. And it is a helpful item indeed, which we actually need to start equipping some. There we go. And with that, we are going to talk to our next NPC, a man named Gilbert.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Picture quality is better than I thought it would be.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
Picked up a pebble. Small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling, indeed. And we're going to try to open our first shortcut. I'm going to see if I also still possess the skills to pay the bills on this guy right here. He's kind of the first intimidating foe you're going to run into. Got him. So we've parried him. Let's see if we can't do it again. Got him. And we got blood vials. He occasionally drops blood gems that you pop into your weapon, which we'll discuss that later. But as of right now, it appears I have not totally lost my touch with this game, which is excellent because this was one of the first PlayStation 4 games I 100%ed. In fact, I have the theme on my PlayStation wall.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
People that don't want anything to do with us.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now.
Gonna have to watch our backs. Now we gotten a bloodstone shard, which those will be important. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, the substance of the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. So that will strengthen our weapon. Got a comment, and I'll read that here in just a minute once I get to a decent enough spot. Because as you can see, I have made a bunch of people very angry. Okay, so with that, let's pick up a few things. And I will read the comment. Cool Bing, your stream is very enjoyable. Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Sir or madam, I'm not sure who you are, so I'm just trying to be polite. It's been a while since I've played this game. I used to play it every year. Uh-oh. I got stuck in a really sticky situation there. Oh, hey. Alright. Now, of course, I chose the lowest level starting class, simply because I didn't know what I wanted out of this character yet. I used to do meta builds all the time, back when the online community was more active than what it is. I don't even have PlayStation Plus anymore to take advantage of that, but I used to do meta builds, and you know, I used to do fight clubs and help people online. So, unfortunately, the community is very dead. So we are going to take care of this guy, because he is going to be very annoying if we don't. Okay, so quicksilver bullets. I just hope that the stream quality is still holding up pretty good. I actually don't have Wi-Fi right now. I'm using my cell phone's hotspot for it. Cold blood dew, which is a consumable item. Let's read that. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. So again, a little bit more lore. And the lore of this game, like, kind of get pieced together over time. Okay. So, like, if you've never played this game before, which I'd be very surprised because it's quite an old game, but it's one of my favorites. But, you know, there are people who have not played this before. But, you know, the story will kind of make some sense as we go along. Got more blood vials. We have another door to knock on.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. How you poor thing.
Now we have a fairly big enemy down there. He's easy to parry, but we want to take advantage of a backstab opportunity, which is right here. Got him. He might live. Nope, he died. Molotov cocktail, blood vial, and a torch, which comes in handy as a light source. A common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. And so a mechanic in this game is that when you fight beasts, they are typically weaker to fire damage and serrated damage. In fact, the weapon I have right now, the saw cleaver, does serrated damage. Fun fact about me, I have a terrible phobia of birds. So these guys, upon my first encountering of them, creeped me out pretty hardcore. So we got an oil urn, and that's actually very good because that will help with our Molotov cocktails. And there's something going on in the background, and I'll get to it here in a minute. The target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effects. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. And so before we get away from this area, there's a song here. And it's with an NPC that we can't quite reach yet, but so hopefully I didn't bore you, but I wanted to point that out. Hey honey, hi Sarah. That's my wife. So, let's continue on, shall we? As we play through the game, but now there was a path we could have took up there, but this is honestly we want to go ahead and kill all these dogs. Description than the level 1 Cold Blood. I didn't think so. We got another viewer. Hello, thank you for joining the stream tonight. So, again, if you're somebody that's normally watching my D&D, my Dungeons and Dragons content, it's probably different, but this is what I consider part of my Appendix N. I love this game quite a bit. The melding of Gothic horror and Lovecraftian elements with Japanese RPGs, it was just perfect for me. I love this game. It's old. Sadly, the community is very dead, but I do love this game quite a bit. It's really the only reason I still have a PlayStation 4. Well, that and because I can stream the rest of the mainline Dark Souls games with my PlayStation. But as you can see, we've circled back around to the shortcut. So before we go back there, we are going to go over here, pick up a thing. You got this sneaky Sammy here who's got a gun, but we're not going to fall for his tricks. And we got a pungent blood cocktail. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts, a precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yarnum, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is more intoxicating. And then we have a lore note here. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral ward, as Old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. So we have another reference to Old Yarnum, and don't you worry, we will be visiting that place very soon. But as for right now, let's focus on the central Yarnum area, because that is where we are going to be. We are going to come back and we are going to kill that dog right there. By the way, feel free to interact anytime during the stream. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down. I shall respond as I may be able to.
But if you weren't to cut off your arses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what, Nicholas? Well, you couldn't tell me you're not.
Now we will be coming back to the lonely old deer a little later to talk to her again. But.
Should have known. Good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That little good you outsiders do. Go on. Admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Go and stop it.
So unfortunately we don't know any place to help her quite yet. But now we are entering another part of Central Yarnum. These enemies right here are easier to parry. As you can notice, probably anytime I attack after taking damage, I get my health pretty close back to full. It's because in this game you have what is called a rally mechanic. You take damage, you can regain health by attacking enemies, and if you parry them or backstab them, it will refill it completely. These guys seem terrifying only because they're very fast, but they're kind of like glass cannons. Alright, Elmer Fudd. We're going to get rid of you. We got more cold blood too. Of course, all this will be very helpful in a little while. Alright, we're going to just go ahead and get this guy to come attack us because we want to parry him. Well, I was getting ready to say I hit him a little too early. Oh, he melted through the earth before I could grab the item. That one, for whatever reason, always seems to melt through the earth in every playthrough I've ever done. I don't know why. Got a comment. So we'll kill him. Luckily we had that drop down, and I saw we had a comment. I will respond here in just a second. I want to get rid of this guy first. And now we can pick up the objects here, and then we'll explore this area a little bit. Okay. Will you be playing the Old Hunters DLC? Also, what types of Soulsborne games might you play? Yes, I do intend to go through 100% of this game. I will be doing all the Chalice dungeons, the mainline Chalice dungeons. I'll be doing the Old Hunters DLC, and yeah, like I'll probably do. I'll do Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, and Dark Souls 3. This game I know the best. It was my introduction to the Soulsborne series. But I do like each and every game for its own little quirkiness. My channel is mostly a Dungeons and Dragons channel, but, you know, hey, Hidetaka Miyazaki himself was a Dungeons and Dragons dork too. I mean, when you think about it, you know, he had Mind Flayers and Demon Souls, and then there's Brain Suckers in this game, which are basically Mind Flayers, you know, so, you know, yeah, this channel used to be primarily a Soulsborne channel. Unfortunately, it didn't get me a lot of views. So I can't promise I will stream nothing but this, but I can promise that I will come to this material. And that way I can, because like I said, most of my viewer base is Dungeons and Dragons players and dungeon masters and game masters and whatever term you would like to use. But yeah, you know, I cater mostly to them, but I do play these kind of games, really mostly for me, because I like to have content on my channel. But yeah, certainly, I'll do my best to try to stream the series. Look what I done did. I'll try to stream the entire series as best of my abilities. So I do thank you for joining us tonight. Are you a new viewer of mine? I don't recognize your name in any of my other streams, is why I ask. So feel free to answer that, or you know, pass on answering that. It's totally up to you. If you are new, welcome. I appreciate the view. So this will be, like, I'm not going to do anything spectacular. I might do a Blood Level 4 run on this channel one day. I did one in the past. I might do one again. So anyway, let's chop down these bodies so that we can get to the goodies at the bottom. And we are going to be running into my favorite NPC in this game. This is my favorite NPC in the entire game.
Oh, a hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts? No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
A hunter must hunt indeed. A lot of people actually mistake her accent for Scottish. It's not Scottish. It's actually Welsh. The voice actress is from Wales. Yes, believe it or not, even though I'm a hillbilly, I am somewhat cultured. Okay, got a comment. I'll answer that after I deal with Mickey Mouse here. We got a throwing knife. So we have a few items that we can take a look at. Yes, I just decided to join your stream after seeing it on my feed. Why I joined your stream, I don't know. That's totally fine. If feel free, make yourself at home. The only thing I ask is just to keep your language clean, and you know, if you interact with anybody, which probably won't see too much tonight, because like I said, most of my viewers are you know, Dungeons and Dragons kind of people, you know, so like normally if I stream anything that's not Dungeons and Dragons related, they kind of check out. But if you decide you want to like interact with people in future streams, Soulsborne or not, you know, just be respectful. That's all I ask. But I do appreciate you joining tonight and contributing, and you know, I really do. So let's check out these items that we got. We picked up a throwing knife with a finely serrated blade, one of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons. It does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. I've actually never used this item very much. I've used it occasionally, mostly to lure mobs away. And then we have the Bolt of Hunter's Mark, the dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of Hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity, allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. A trick that seems nearly too good to be true. But, you know, it's true. Alright, anything else that I picked up? No, not yet. Is this the Saw Spear? No, this is the Blood Shard. That is the Saw Spear. I apologize if it seems like I'm running through this area rather slowly. I typically do, especially if I haven't played the game in a while. And really, I kind of, because the community is dead, I mostly play this game, mostly for me now, you know, just to kind of, because I love the setting, and I love the atmosphere, and I love the lore about it. So, like, I like to take my time, kind of drink it in, you know, if that makes sense. I know, man, I used to watch a lot of Aegon and Astora. Uh-oh. That could have been bad. They have actually killed me before. I've made stupid decisions. Of course, we have ourselves an extra weapon. The Saw Spear. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by those who dedicate themselves to the hunt. The saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. The saw, with its set of blood-letting teeth, has become the symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. This particular weapon, you see, unlike the saw cleaver, which I believe is only serrated in its base form, the saw spear is serrated in both forms, so you could do that bonus damage. We also picked up a new item, a very good item, Madman's Knowledge, skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones, used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. So this is like, if you've ever, like again, if you've ever played Dark Souls, this is like humanity. If you look up in the upper right corner of the screen, you'll see I have 4,089 blood echoes. That's basically my experience points. Right below that is a 0. Using this, I have now gained 1 point. I can now actually level up at the Hunter's Dream, because the doll only comes to life whenever you have gained insight. I remember first playing this game, I used to think, like a lot of people, that it was only triggered by the Cleric Beast boss fight. However, that is incorrect. It sort of is and sort of ain't. It's not the Cleric Beast itself, it's the insight you gain from encountering it. So, now we're going to take these guys again. We've got another Madman's Knowledge, and we're not going to pop this one. We have no need to right now. We have another interactable door, and we'll interact with that here in a little bit. Let's take care of the big guy right here. Now you probably hear something going on in the background now. I apologize. I'm just a nerd for sound design.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Can you just really look for my mum? She never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone. I'm scared.
We are going to find the girl's motive.
Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, you play it for him so he remembers. Mum says silly running off without it.
So, we got in a tiny music box. A small music box received from a young Yarnum girl. It plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. And let's interact with this door, because we have been so far with...
Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity.
And there we go. Got another comment. What build are you doing? I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I chose Voice of Skin simply because it was, you know, it was just something to pick. It's normally what I'd pick whenever I'm undecided about what I want to do. I don't want to quite go... I don't know if I'll go quality or not. I may or may not. I don't know yet. Again, I'll figure that out later. I think I'm just going to put points into vitality. You know, get my health up, because you know the weapons, especially once I start getting blood gems, will do most of the work for me. This tracking kind of broke a little bit. Cold blood dew. Got plenty of cold blood dews that we are going to use in a little bit. And because we are squishy and weak, we are going to do the chicken thing for now. Once we get some strength to us, once we actually have something that can actually damage these guys pretty good, we'll well, not even that was terrible. So we'll do the chicken thing until we actually get stats and gems to actually put up a fight with these guys. Although I could take on one werewolf by myself. I mean, why risk it when the biscuit is not that great? You know what I mean? Got another comment. Mr. Splinter, that you? Mr. Splinter. The Ninja Turtles, my sons. I remember you from long ago. Haruku Saki. I love that movie. First Ninja Turtles movie was my favorite movie. Of course, I grew up with the cartoon, the original 80s cartoon that ran until 1996. Now, we have picked up more extra blood vials, so we're doing good on the healing department. While we're here, since we have killed the lycanthropes, killed the scourge beasts, we have now cleared our ways to get this other bloodstone shard. And we'll grab this pebble. Truly the most important thing in the game. I forgot what it was, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I played this. Alrighty, so we've interacted with most of the people we could interact with. So I suppose we'll be much more lagging about, be much more faster goings now. Shut up, sit down. Take a seat there, buddy. Okay, you sir. I want to fight you. Again, like if you're totally new to this game, you probably freak out with these guys. They're fast, that's it. Uh-oh. I didn't go fast enough to catch up. I should have dashed forward. But that would work. Got some extra blood vials. And I like to keep blood tapping. It's a good habit to have. Because Quicksilver bullets come in handy for just about any build you can think of. You will eventually, even though it doesn't seem like we're using a lot of them now, you will eventually use a lot of them towards the later parts of the game. Once you start getting stats built up to where you kind of figure out what you want to do. Alright, cool. With that, uh-oh, I've made them all mad. They're all mad at me. There's really no point in this, but it's just extra experience points as far as I'm concerned. You can never have too much experience points. I mean, you can. Only if you lose them all in one go. I would cry if that happened right now. But the cool part is they're easy to get back. Alright, what do you want to do now, Gills? Alright, cool. Didn't work out for you, did it? And I know it seems like a while if you've ever played this game before, but we have finally reached, honestly, in my opinion, the best armor in the game. Armor in this game is not like armor in Dark Souls. Armor in this game is more to do with resistances. And of course we will go through the Hunter set. One of the standard articles of Hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. A fine piece of Hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnum's beastly threat. Recognizable by its withered feathers, this cap is fashioned after one of the old hunters. Whoops. One of the standard articles of Hunter attire fashioned at the workshop, accompanied with a short cape to wipe away blood. Fine piece of attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnum's beastly threat, allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night. The lore is not that deep, but it's deep enough, you know what I mean? It just kind of hits that satisfying thing with me. That's just my opinion, though. Ow. We literally don't have to do any of this at all, but I like it. Again, it's extra XP. And I remember playing this for the first time, thinking this was an illusory wall. It wasn't. Even though this was my first Soulsborne game that I experienced, I had, of course, seen other people play Dark Souls, and, well, Dark Souls 2, really. Because Dark Souls 2 was the previous game that came out just before this. In fact, Hidetaka Miyazaki was working on this while Yui Tanimura and I can't remember that other guy's name, but while they were working on Dark Souls 2. So we got more bloodstone shards. Oh, dang. Hit me. Oh. Okay. Taking a little too much damage. I need to get good because I'm taking too much damage from these low-level mooks. I shouldn't have took that much damage, but I did. Oh well, no big deal. We have pig. And pulled pork sandwiches, man. Oh yeah, I'm tiny. I'm a tiny level 4, so I need to do it a second time. Blood vial. We of course get the Saw Hunter badge. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop. Tests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. Workshop is gone and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except for the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. Basically unlocks the other starting weapons. Of course, if you're like me and you like to go for platinum, you want to get all the starting weapons. In fact, my plan is to try to, even though I already you won't see the trophies pop up because I 100% of this game a long time ago. You can kind of use this as a little guide to help you platinum. And if you have platinum already and you're like, hey, how come I don't have the theme yet? You need to get a hold of, I think it's PlayStation's customer support, and they'll give you the download code for the thing. That's what I had to do. Okay. So, decisions. Do we go fight the cleric beast or do we go back to the dream? My vote is cleric beast. Out of the way. I want to take these things off because it will make this cycling through for this fight easier. There we go. Couldn't remember the threshold for that one. But there's essentially a free visceral. Okay. Prey slaughtered. We got the Sword Hunter badge. And we remember what Gilbert said, but what? We can't go through here. Let's take a look at that Sword Hunter badge. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver badge is worn. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. I think we're in a good spot to go ahead and go level. We'll go take out Gascoigne later. It's a pretty decent amount of blood echoes to have, right? And the doll is awake. We also see that we have a gift, consume insight, and ring the beckoning bell to enlist the cooperation of hunters from other worlds. Silencing blank in such forms of cooperation. We'll read the descriptions here in a second. Got a comment. Me and Addie are going to bed. We love you. Yeah, love you too. Human must use insight to bring this uncannibal burst disrupt such resonance. Fire to end cooperation. One of the resonating of the hunt is long and unchanging. Let me check my notifications real quick. I apologize. I need to look at some things real quick while I'm at a decent stopping point. Okay, awesome. Alright, check through everything. Everything looks alright. Cell phone is doing alright. Okay, so with that, Garman is no longer in his station here. I can't remember, is he over here or not? I think it's random, ain't it? Or is it scripted? I can't remember. But still do not have the messengers. But that's okay. Alright. What else did I need to do? Oh yes, that's right. I have to buy with insight. Make trades with messengers using insight. And because we are offline, this will be better use of it. We don't have everything yet, but we do have the small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. This bell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell. Ring to help hunters in other worlds. Online use only. Cannot use this item offline. And I also used to help. I used to cooperate a lot. Those were good days. Back when the community was actually active. The bloodstained bell, discovered in the old underground labyrinth. One of the resonating bells that crosses the gaps of worlds, but this one nails for misfortune and malice. The sinister bell is an object of dark thoughts, ringing it to become the enemy of a hunter in another world. We'll buy that too. Oh, so many hours just PvPing and helping people. Back when this game was brand new.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you, to embolden your sickly spirit. Did you speak with Gehrman? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Ah, the little ones, inhabitants of the dream. They find hunters like yourself, worship and serve them. Speak words they do not. But still, aren't they sweet? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
That's good. Get that health up there. We're going to stop at 30, and then I think I'm going to go with a strength skill arcane split.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright. So, the dream. A very strange concept. People talk about the Cthulhu mythos of Lovecraft all the time, but very few actually mention the dream cycles. And that's a lot of what this is based on, is the dream cycle. But we're going to go take on Gascoigne, and then we'll finish up for the night, and I'll play again at some point, hopefully in the near future. But as of now, let's go take care of some business.
But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
Alright. I forgot to upgrade my weapon. Silly me. I knew I was forgetting something. Fortify weapons. was hoping we'd catch that dialogue she occasionally does, but I think that only happens with a certain amount of insight. These guys are good blood vial farms, by the way. All right.
sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
That was weird. The gate that blocks the tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Odin have all gone mad. Brooch. One's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. The proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. A blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Droplet blood gems are special gems that adapt to various gems of various weapons and shapes. Created from a bright red brooch, this blood gem strengthens the effects of rallying, a quintessential hunter skill. Rallying symbolizes the battle-worn hunter who is often the only thing standing after a bloodbath. Can't you give that to the child? Yes, you can. But actually, we don't want to give it to the child. If we give it to the child, it will end her storyline. And you won't get any, you won't be able to get the blood red ribbon or the white ribbon for the messengers. Which, you know, obviously if you don't care, but we want to continue this story on this playthrough. So we are going to use the blood gem for our weapon, and you know, that kind of thing. But yes, you are correct. If you decide you don't want to go through the story with the little girl, you can just go ahead and give it to her, and you know, it'll be the end of it. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. Terrible shame. Makes my head shudder uncontrollably. A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. So, I'll tell you what, we're going to try to make it down to Old Yarnum tonight before I close it out. So we'll do a few extra side things.
must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
All right. So before we go further, we're going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to spend this. I apologize. We're going to spend our blood echoes. We're going to use our blood gem, and we're going to be able to. We're going to talk to some NPCs, and we'll continue the little girl's quest line. By the way, also in case you didn't know, let me position just right. Eyes on the inside. And if you've played through this game before, you'll know what that means. Blood gem fortification. There we go.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
I remember the first time I played, I killed the doll and had a massive freak out about it. Yeah, I know, right? Like, a lot of people don't know that she just respawns. Like, it's like consequence free. She just respawns. When we come back, anyway.
Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
Out of curiosity there, Bam Coley, have you ever platinumed this game before? If you don't mind my asking. Let's go to the sick room, because we have another NPC we want to talk to. Because we want to try to make sure that all the survivors, the good people, you know, survive to the end of the night. No, not yet. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try to attempt to do everything. Obviously, I won't be able to get all the endings in one playthrough, but I'm going to try to get, you know, everything, including up to the very final boss. I don't know if you've beaten the game yet, so I'm going to try not to spoil anything for you.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yusefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
Okay, so bam, you said I don't have to worry about spoilers. Okay then, yeah, I don't know if you fought in the moon presence, but I'll show how to get to the moon presence as well. I'm going to do the entire game. Again, I won't be able to get all 3 endings in one go, but I'm going to fight it's literally just a choice, and whether or not you collected all the umbilical cords. So something you probably noticed about that character we talked to, that Yusefka, different voice and acts like we've never met before. In fact, even the voice actress is different altogether. So, we'll find out more about that later. But for now, we are going to try to collect what we can. And I like to kill these guys simply because they might drop some blood vials, and blood vial farming is never a bad thing. Well, having a reliable, easy, quick blood vial farm route. But it's also on the way to some NPCs we need to talk to.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I take this
Flame sprayer.
I make no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
And unfortunately, this is where we part ways with Gilbert for now. His story will not have a happy ending. But he did give us a firearm, a special weapon used by certain members of the Healing Church. Spits searing flames by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. No, not the most efficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes a sea of flame is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, the beasts of Yarnum can always use a good cleansing. And it is a really good weapon. Oh, I hung this dude somehow. Got him hung up by his jacket. I love the ragdoll physics. You met Eileen yet? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's my favorite character. I love Eileen. Wasting more bullets than I would have liked. Alright, little girl.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum. Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Mr. Hunter?
Tell Odin Chapel.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. This way. And now we're going to return to the lonely old deer.
Now, are much better ways to pass the time. Unless we found me a nice safe place.
Tell the Odin Chapel.
Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Now we do have one thing we want to collect, though, so we will be reloading this area here in a little bit. Holy chalice is said to be enshrined in Old Yarnum, seated in the valley. But we want to purchase Gascoigne set. Hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne, similar to hunter garb created at the workshop. Only these are tainted by a pungent beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land. There is no such rank in the healing church. The G-scarf is a holy shawl and symbol of the healing church from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. How long have you been playing Bloodborne? Since it came out. I've platinumed it 100%. I have the theme, everything. I remember playing it day one, and there were certain elevators that didn't work right. Like if you went to go fight a Britos, if you didn't send the elevator back up, well, you weren't going to fight her again. Okay, let's go back to Central Yarnum, and we're going to go to the area with the little girl again. Or, no, we're not going to go to that area. I mean, we're going to go to the sewer. But, yeah, I used to help people out. I used to PvP a lot. You know, I used to make meta builds, but, you know, the community is super dead, so I don't do it anymore. Like, I don't even have PlayStation Plus anymore. Because I didn't see any point in it. I just said I was going to the pig area. Why am I up here? I don't know, blanked out, I guess. See ya. That elevator used to kill me. Yeah, actually, if you look into my live videos, I think the first live video I have is a blood level 150 character that I made that is fighting Orphanage Cause on New Game Plus. So, it wasn't the first time I fought him, it was just the first time that and that's why you continue the little girl story, by the way. That's why I was talking about earlier. But, yeah, like, you know, it was just the first time I streamed anything at all. Whoops. My bad. Alright. So, red ribbon, and that messengers are oddly fond of. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of an unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers, wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. So yeah, that ribbon did indeed belong to the little girl. And the story with the Gascoigne family is not done yet, by the way. It'll just be a while before we come back to it. Got lazy on that dude. I shouldn't have been lazy. Oh, shining coins. That's a new thing. Various coins that are particularly luminous. There are very few uses for spare change during the hunt. These will serve as guides through the darkness, or one could save them until morning if it ever comes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the girl get killed by that pig if you give her the brooch? Yes. In fact, that's where the ribbon came from. Was the little girl. The pig ate her on her way to the, you know, it'd be transformed into a into a celestial emissary. We'll just ignore you guys. I don't feel like fighting you right now. Okay, so we're going to do a few little extra side things, and then we'll there.
To that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
Lola, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type.
I thought he was going to attack. There we go. These guys have a super long parry window. If they barely move and you can get them. Grab that. Grab my favorite clothing set in the game. Hat worn by hunters who admire formality. Some hunters place an emphasis on form, as seen by the use of the threaded cane. For them, formality, beauty, and justice are the very essence of our humanity, precisely what keeps hunters from becoming something else. Although I don't. One of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop, this one without the cape that wipes away blood. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of the one with the cape. The parry window on them is massive, lol. Yeah, like they're really noob friendly for parrying. These guys right here, if you hit the bone on their shin, and I can't remember which one it is, but I want to say it's like, you have to bait like a particular attack of theirs. But like when they do like their stomp attack, their shin bone sticks out, and if you hit it, like you open up the parry window there. Okay. I didn't know about them. Neat. Yeah, it's like... by the time you see it, you've probably already whittled their health down anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, it's neat. It just makes you better off wailing on myself. monocular used to view things up close. Not a hunter's tool, but a simple antique to be used as one sees fit. Take this off. Oh, doggone it. Got it. That was close. I'm terrible at fighting that guy. Am I gonna fight him? You bet. Got another blood gem. There we go. Time for rolling. None are safe from the hunter, not even pots. It's like, it's tradition. You have to. There's the bone right there, if I can hit it. Ah. I got a good shot of it though. If you saw his shin bone sticking out. I got a good shot of it on camera though. Like it was actually a good opportunity to get it, even though I wasn't able to get enough damage on it. Yeah, I saw that. I'm genuinely surprised I never knew that. Right, like I went several years not knowing that either. It wasn't until I want to say it was like 2017, 2018 when I first found out about that. If you do enough damage on it, like immediately they can be parried. I don't know what the damage threshold is though. Got a little parry. Are you kidding me? Okay, cold blood do. Molotov cocktails. I can't believe I whiffed that Molotov. Alright, so do the little trickaroonie, come up there, and then run back down. There we go. Makes it easier to deal with. Come through here. And it's Alfred.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligurius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance. Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
Of course, we got another consumable, so let's check the description on it. Coarse paper that applies fire to weapons when rubbed. A hunter tool found in the healing church workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame.
There must be oodles for us to share. Go on. Just tell me what piques your interest. As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the cathedral ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit. Byrgenwerth is an old place of learning, and the tomb of the gods, carved out below Yarnum, should be familiar to every hunter. Well, once a group of young Byrgenwerth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the founding of the Healing Church and the establishment of blood healing. In this sense, everything sacred in Yarnum can be traced back to Byrgenwerth. But today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Byrgenwerth forbidden ground. It's unclear how many of its scholars remain alive, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate. I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
And in case you didn't notice, that is a statue of Master Logarius. I always thought it was funny you had that space there, but nothing. Antidote. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison, used to treat ashen blood, the baffling sickness that ravaged Old Yarnum long ago. These tablets only provide short-term relief. The ashen blood ailment eventually triggered the spread of the beastly scourge. You know what? I'm gonna do Old Yarnum tonight. Then I'll stop after doing Old Yarnum. Well, we have like 10,000 blood echoes. Let's go spin those real quick.
Hello, good hunter. I am
Oh yeah, I killed you.
Over time, countless hunters have visited this stream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now. Over time, it all... Very well. Let the echo... Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
My lady. Oh yeah, that's right. We got more. We'll do that one. Old Yarden. You got a build you're going for? No, not really. I don't really do builds much anymore, to be honest with you. I used to do meta builds all the time, and then the community died. Probably gonna do like split skill, strength, and arcane. That's actually kind of where I'm leaning. I'm gonna get my health up to 30 first, and then probably just evenly spread that about. But you know, just, you know, keep doing what I'm doing, I guess. This town is long abandoned. Hunter's not wanted here. Well, unfortunately for him, that sign won't stop me, because I can't read. And if you said I just read it, you're lying. I'll deny it. You can't prove I did. Nope.
Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those about. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Well, I'm facing the hunt then. And we, of course, are going to try to go for a friendly Jira eventually, so we are going to leave him alone. We're not going to kill him. We'll try to make him friendly later.
You are a skilled hunter.
Okay. thought I saw a comment pop up. It's not loading on my thing yet. Well, probably will here in a minute. Yeah, well. Hey there, biggin. Oh, let's see. What do I need? I need that eventually, and I'll need that eventually.
Which is why I must stop you.
Let's see you try, buddy. Did you lose me? Social anxiety and a beast. Alright, here we go. Run down here. Just kind of bait them in. You can essentially grab everything that you could possibly want. Oh, there they are. That was my fault. Oh, dang. He shot me off the ladder. Leave me alone. Okay, so what we're going to do first, Memories of Anne Orlando. Who likes a good plummet here? Okay. Got it. I picked up the Bloody Messenger head bandage. Carefully adored by naive messengers, imitating the bandages of scourge victims, unaware of their meaning, the splatters of blood give it a particularly nice touch. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Also, I forgot to grab that thing, but that's okay. I'll go grab it here in a little bit. I don't think it's anything particularly important, but I like to pick things up. I'll grab that. You know, probably a good idea to put on the highest poison resistance, wouldn't it? There we go. Material used in a holy chalice ritual. One of the basic ingredients to use to satiate a holy chalice is this incoagulable blood. And all is melted in blood, all is reborn. I love doing the chalice dungeons. I can't wait to do them. So many good memories. Back in the day, just helping people with chalices. Man, I wish this game was brand new again. Well, yeah, I do, because it's that first time experience that's really golden. When you didn't know much about anything. So we're going to go grab that one thing that I didn't grab, because I like to grab things. You stay over there. You're fine over there. Nobody has to get hurt. Molotov cocktails, that's all it was. I had a guy back when I played Dark Souls 1 who guided me through all this stuff. Sadly, I lost contact with him. Yeah, I made a lot of friends with this game myself, and like I just lost contact with a lot of them. I don't even know what happened to them. Like, it sucks, doesn't it? Like, you just make friends with people because you have like this one common ground. Like, you can disagree on anything else, but it's like the one thing that unites you is like playing these games, you know. It's amazing in a lot of ways, you know. You just get along and be friends and play a game together. I mean, that's all you, man, life can be so simple and I often try to keep it that simple because life is best in its simplicity. It's my personal belief anyway. Can't argue with that. Yeah, right. Like, shucks, man, I tell you, it's like the coolest thing about being a parent. It's like when you see how simple life is through your kids. You know what I mean? Like, it brings some of that spark back. Alright, cool. We got that opened up. Alright, we don't need to throw a Molotov at that one. We can kill them super quick, super easy. Got it. Now you guys are gonna pay. Come on. Y'all wanted to fight. Come on, buddy. I know you see me. Gotcha. Now where's your backup dancer? There he is. We'll go get the things after we take care of him. Come on. Let's fight. Alrighty. And for those of you that don't know, this door will be relevant later. If you remember me mentioning having friendly Jura, that door will be the key to making that happen. And of course, everybody's favorite little jump scare. Also, by the way, supposedly, because I remember hearing this once upon a time, this was years ago when this game first released, apparently these hooded figures are supposed to represent the assassins from the Assassin's Creed games. Kind of like a little, like, Easter egg, I guess. I'm not sure how true that is, though. But of course they are in the position of the hanged man, of the hunter's rune. And that's another little jump scare. We're focusing on shortcuts. Hey there, buddy. Bloodstone shard. Bloodstone shard. And we're going to get the better torch. It's literally only better because it scales with arcane to some degree. I think it's a B scaling. Torch formed by wrapping a pine resin drenched cloth around the end of a long stick, once used in Old Yarnum, designed to incinerate beasts and victims touched by the scourge. Its fire damage is highly effective against beasts. While we're at it, we're going to try to pick up another armor set and another weapon. Now this puts us in danger range of Jura again, but it ain't no big deal. We'll be alright. It's his backup dancer that I'm more concerned about. Oh shucks, where you got? There he is. I remember some time ago a friend asked me why I love Bloodborne so much, and I couldn't answer because I was afraid he would say I'm crazy for explaining even the simple things in this game. Right, it's like, this game is not overly complicated. In fact, the lore is not really that deep. I think my favorite thing is the aesthetic, the setting, you know, the mixing of Japanese RPG elements with Gothic and Lovecraftian horror, you know. That's one of my favorite things. I picked up the rifle spear. Trick weapon crafted by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. This prototype weapon, serving as a simple firearm and spear, possibly created in imitation of a lost Canehurst weapon. Lacks any notable function, saving that it is the only trick weapon with an attached gun. I remember when you could throw on a flat arcane gem on that thing, and each individual pellet would do crazy, stupid arcane damage. Of course, we picked up the charred set. One of the staple articles of hunter attire, fashioned at the workshop. Product of the scourge of the beast that once plagued Old Yarnum and culminated in the town's fiery cleansing. The cape's dampness makes it highly resistant to fire. Wearers of this attire hunted down victims of the scourge who survived the raging flames and stench of singed blood. But you know, at the same time too, I'm a big believer in that. You don't really have to explain why you like something either. Like you just like it, and it's fine. You know, like you don't have to have a reason for why you like what you like. Let's see if I can get this guy to chase me. Come on. Got him. And that's how you take care of him. We also got a new consumable. Yeah. Little cheese tactic in case you don't want to fight him fair and square. Alright, where is that consumable? There it is. Bone marrow ash. Additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets. According to the workshop, this is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hemwick Charnel Lane, which we will eventually visit. Valuable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. I discovered that little trick by accident. Yeah, I know, right? I did that one time too. That's it. Yeah, the easiest way for me is to make like a whole go around. Like that's kind of why I saved the Chart Hunter set and everything for last. That way I could go ahead and take care of him, get him out of the way, and you know, he'd be done and over with. And of course we'll make Jura friendly later, so that he won't shoot us, and then we'll promptly kill him. Where's the werewolf? There he is. This guy right here. You have to be careful touching him because he doesn't even have to hit you to poison you. Poison is very weird in this game, in that like it can be touch buildup. Nothing else. We'll collect all the things. And there's the church in the Valley Hamlet. Which technically, by the layout of this place, this is technically not a hamlet. A hamlet is generally considered smaller than a village. And this is more like a full-scale village, if not a town. I don't know, just nitpicking. I knew you were here somewhere. However, I couldn't hit the broadside of the barn right now, apparently. So, in case you decided you wanted help, here's Alfred. I'm not going to summon Alfred, because, in my opinion, the NPCs in this game, I feel like Dark Souls did it better, because with the introduction of blood gems, like, these guys essentially have, like, +3 weapons with no blood gems on them, basically. And so they give the bosses more health, but they don't justify the damage output. You know what I mean? I think in this game, it really is better to just go solo. Unless you have a friend, like a real friend. And there she is. We're going to take this off. Oh yeah, we never did read this description. Large medicinal pellets, supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood, banned by the healing church due to their unclear origins. Grants a spurt of beasthood, ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by their splattering blood, and invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. So yeah, I plan on cheesing this one very hard. However, I'm terrible when it comes to aiming the... My first time doing this fight, I brought in an ally, and midway through got the notion that solo is so much better. It is. Although I can see justification if you have a human player, myself. But I say that only because, you know, I used to love co-oping. Ritual Phallus. Apologies. Ritual Chalice found in the Church of the Good Chalice, used in a ritual at the tomb altar in the Hunter's Room to break the seal of the old underground labyrinth. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods. Let blood be the hunter's nourishment, and let ye partake in communion. And of course, you know, when you fight her later, like in Loran or something like that, she's easy to parry. She has very large parry windows. So, like, in my opinion, you know, you can cheese her now. I don't think there's any harm in that, you know, because she's not hard at all. I think, you know, like at this stage, if you've never fought her before, learn how to parry her now, rather than later when she does stupid damage. That's my opinion. But, you know, it's your game. You paid for it, not me. You know, do whatever you want. Oh yeah, we want to go ahead and set up a chalice. That way that's out of the way. Ding-a-da-doo. We set up a chalice dungeon. We will eventually get to it.
The healing church and the blood ministers who belong to it were once guardians of the hunters in the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and forged weapons in their unique workshop. Today, most ministers don't recall the hunters, but they have much to offer you. And so, heed the message of your forebears. Ascend to Erden Chapel. Ascend to Erden Chapel. From there, you will find the church workshop. Ascend from...
Okay. Doodly-doo.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Over time, countless hunters it all.
Is that all you say right now? Yep.
Very well.
Okay. Now, let us do this. And we'll just keep doing that.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright, my friends, so for tonight, this is where we part ways. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, indulging me for a little bit, taking part in conversations. I understand I have some first-time viewers here. My channel used to be a Soulsborne related channel. However, it's more of a D&D related channel now, and so most of my subscriber count has come from that. And of course, I love Dungeons and Dragons, and I'll always talk about it. But of course, I revisit these games as well. Some people, even from the D&D crowd, will watch them occasionally. So again, like I iterated earlier in the stream, I'm not guaranteeing you that you will see this content all the time, but I will try to make it regular if that is what you wish. Plus, I do it mostly for me, But that being said, if you're somebody who likes D&D and you just happen to come upon my stream tonight, I have plenty of D&D related stuff on my channel. Feel free to take a peek, and if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and if not, well, no obligation to return to this channel, but I do plan on doing this playthrough all the way through, and going through the entire Soulsborne franchise with Sekiro and Elden Ring thrown in as well. Although I know those games less than I do, the mainline Soulsborne games. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. D&D and Soulsborne, awesome. Thanks for such a good stream, dude. Hey, you're welcome, Bam. I appreciate you coming in. I try to keep my content sort of family friendly. I try to keep my language clean at the very least. I understand this is an M-rated game, but I try to basically, if I wouldn't want my mom hearing it, I won't say it. And you'll find videos where occasionally my beliefs and my outlook will appear, but for the most part, I try to keep such opinions out of my content. But if you guys are related or interested in D&D related content, specifically BECMI, that's my favorite edition of the game, is BECMI. I have plenty of stuff, of course, dealing with the basic fantasy RPG as well, which is where I got my start. Some like White Box and stuff like that, really old games, and I try to keep it general as well, so that even though I don't run 5e myself, if you happen to run 5e, like, hey, here's a tidbit that you might be able to throw into your 5e game, so on and so forth. But again, if you guys wish to go through my channel and check things out, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, talk. I don't ask for money. I do not ask for money. I don't need your money. That being said, if you also want to check out, if you happen to be a Christian and want to check out a community of Christians that are also into Soulsborne, I happen to be one of the admins of the Christian Dark Souls group. Feel free to check that there. If you happen to not be a Christian, but you just like the content and whatever, no hard feelings, you're welcome here as well. But as in all things, as a lot of my regular viewers will know, this is how I normally sign off. As always, in all things, take care. God bless. I'll see you on the other side.